Thursday Night Tailgate, where the spotlight is always on the positive. Tune in Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time to hear your favorite NFL legends, players, and coaches sharing their stories. Now back to Chris and Bob.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Hey, we're back here on Thursday Night Tailgate, and we're turning on our spotlight on the positive. Bob, who are you putting your spotlight on this week?
Give a shout out this week, Chris, to the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization. I think it was pretty cool what they did on back-to-back Saturdays just a few weeks ago, Chris. They wanted to honor military families. It didn't matter if you were active, retired, or if you were a veteran service member. They wanted to, they actually had back-to-back Saturdays. They called them Military Day training camps. One was during the day and one was the following Saturday night. And what they did, again, if you were active, retired, or a service member and your family, you're invited to go in for free. And the first one, again, during the day, that was just your regular Buccaneers practice. That was, you got in 7:30 in the morning. They had food, beverages. They had autographs afterwards, giveaways, and they had military tributes. And that was the first one during the day on a Saturday. And then the following Saturday, Chris, it was actually a night session where the team was going through their new playbook and doing walkthroughs. So it was kind of a different crowd, but the same qualifications for active duty, military, retired. It didn't matter who you were in by free for the entire session, and they were giving out complimentary food again. Merchandise, and again, you got to meet and greet the players afterwards and watch this special walkthrough. They actually said because these are new plays, they didn't want anybody to have any kind of phones or to make a lot of noise because it was kind of top secret stuff. But what they did for those military families on those back-to-back Saturdays was pretty incredible. And, you know, we hear a lot of negative things about the patriotism or lack of it at games now, but what they did on these back-to-back Saturdays, big shout-out to the Buccaneers this week.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic story, and kudos to them for sure. And for all of our listeners here on the Armed Forces Radio Network, I'm sure that's going to resonate with them very much. And you know what, Bob? I'm keeping my spotlight right in the same area. I'm putting my spotlight on Tampa Bay Bucs middle linebacker Quan Alexander and his foundation. He set it up to help improve the quality of life for at-risk youth and support them through education, mentoring, and fitness programs. He recently put together a celebrity kickball tournament down there in Tampa with other players from around the league, and they played with kids from the Heart Gallery of Tampa, and that's an organization dedicated to help foster kids find their forever families. Kwon also took part, Bob, in the hashtag lunch bag movement to provide meals to the homeless. He helped distribute lunches to people who would otherwise probably not have a meal, and he helped prepare those lunches and distribute them at Williams Park in St. Petersburg, Florida. So kudos to Quan Alexander for supporting foster kids and for helping to feed the homeless, Bob. I thought it was a couple of wonderful things that he and his foundation are doing.
That's just so refreshing, Chris, because as we always mention, they don't have to do this. As much money as they're making and everything, and the time is limited, but it seems like they're real good guys, and there's a ton of them. Make time for it, and we make time for them also.